The Indus Valley, Pakistan, 1922. The Indian Archaeological Survey discovers the remnants of what is the largest ancient city of the Indus Valley civilizations, Mohenjo-Daro. The artifacts and architecture cataloged at the site indicate a metropolis prospered here nearly 4,600 years ago. But the skeletal remains found among the ruins tell a puzzling story.
I understand that they found a lot of radioactive ash there, and they found radioactive people there. And so the assumption is that there must have been some radiation event. And so it is possible that there was some kind of nuclear explosion there a long time ago. The problem is that in order to do that, in order for that to be the case, you would have to have some very advanced technology.
What we may be seeing is the residue of one of the ancient power plants used by extraterrestrials.
But if, as ancient astronaut theorists believe, Mohenjo-Daro was wiped out in a nuclear meltdown, where is the power plant that might have caused such mass devastation? Mount Kailash, western Tibet, at an elevation of nearly 22,000 feet. This mountain is one of the most distinctive peaks in the world.
This is a very interesting shape for a mountain. It is cone-shaped from one side and pyramid-shaped from another. And this is precisely the shape we see elsewhere in ancient Sumeria, ancient Egypt, various other ancient civilizations, whereby this pyramid-shaped object really is said to have some form of power, some kind of connection with the deity.
In the Eastern world, Mount Kailash is regarded as the spiritual center of the universe and the birthplace of 4 of the world's religions: Hinduism, Buddhism, Jainism, and Taoism. For thousands of years, religious pilgrims have trekked here to perform the holy ritual of walking a 32-mile circular path carved along the mountain's base.
Everybody at one point in their lifetime had to go to this place to connect with the gods. And this is really the interesting aspect, because what is it about this mountain which sets it apart from other mountains? There are several possibilities. One of them is that the gods really took residence here.
They say the true significance of this mountain can be found detailed in an ancient Chinese drawing, the Mogao Caves, western China. Between 500 BC and 1500 AD, Buddhist monks stored thousands of scrolls and manuscripts inside a series of painted temples and shrines dug into a hillside approximately 600 miles north of Mount Kailash. Here, in 1907, Hungarian-born British explorer R.L. Stein discovered a sealed-off room containing nearly 50,000 manuscripts in various languages.
R.L. Stein finds this incredible place called the Cave of the Thousand Buddhas, which is sort of like a Buddhist hall of records. It's a cache of thousands upon thousands of ancient Buddhist texts. Included within this is the Diamond Sutra, which is the oldest printed manuscript known to human history.
The collection of ancient texts and relics also included a 2nd century AD Buddhist diagram of a cosmic mountain called Mount Meru, a sacred site believed to be a stairway connecting heaven and earth. For nearly 100 years, the ancient illustration drew little notice, but recently, the diagram caught the attention of a scientist from Northrop Grumman, who specializes in the development of advanced weapons for the military.
He said, "I design particle beam weapons for a living, for the government. Do you realize that that's a blueprint for a particle accelerator?" I went and compared the diagram of Mount Meru with an illustration of what's called a cyclotron, an atom smasher, which was used in the development of the A-bomb for the Manhattan Project. They're a perfect match for one another.
Might the nearly 2,000-year-old Buddhist diagram of Mount Meru actually depict a device that today would run on nuclear power?
Mongolian myth says that these celestial beings dwelled around Meru because of the energy that was emitted from it. It was a transmitter of this cosmic power that fed these celestial beings or kept them alive.
And I think that power might have come from Mount Kailash. This wasn't a place that actually put out spiritual energy, but what we're talking about is a place that produced raw energy, technological energy. Potentially, we're talking about a power plant.